Hello class, this is Ayush Dubey and I welcome to you all guys on my channel Extreme Classes. So class, basically today we start our new chapter which is motion. So definitely in our previous classes we learned many more things about motion, but in these classes we learn few more things about motion which gives us a basically deep knowledge of motion in according to our classes. So class, basically before starting this topic I just want to give you one definition which gives you few basic knowledge about motion. ठीक है, so basically what we write कि movement of any object or body called motion. What is the meaning of motion? Motion means if there is any body or any object which continuously in a movement. What I say कि motion is if there is any body or if there is any object which is continuously in a movement, that is called motion. Suppose I am your teacher or I am your mentor and I am continuously in a moving form or continuously in a movement. For example, I am moving from here to there and from somewhere another somewhere. So this is known that कि I am in a motion. My body is in a motion. So in the same way, if there is any object which continuously in a movement, this is called motion. So basically, if we say about object or body, okay. So according to motion, there are two types of object. The first is stationary object, and the another is not stationary object. Now the next thing is that what is the meaning of stationary or not stationary? So class, I always say that whenever you need to understand the meaning of two terms, then first of all you need to understand the difference between both terms. Suppose you want to know that what is the difference, what is the meaning of stationary object and not stationary object. So for knowing the meaning of both terms, first of all you need to understand the difference between both terms. And for knowing the difference between both terms, you need to understand the example of both terms. So exactly, if I say the example of stationary object, so the first example is stationary object is tree, another is house, another is company, factories, okay, and another is school. So I write 4 words and these 4 words are the example of stationary objects. Now what you want analyze that according to these examples, analyzing is that key tree, house, factory, school, 4 things. These are the 4 things and all are the different. But when I take the example of not stationary object, then we clarify your answer. Not stationary objects are called man, animals, birds, and reptiles or any other things. So according to this, we analyze that stationary objects are those objects which are not able to move from one place to another place. What I say, stationary objects are those objects which are not able to move from one place to another place. But when I say about not stationary objects, so according to man, animal and birds, we know that not stationary objects are those objects which are able to move from one place to another. And this is the basic difference between stationary and not stationary. There is stationary is not able to move from one place to another, and not stationaries are able to move one place to another. So this is the basic difference between stationary object and not stationary object for knowing the meaning of objects according to motion. But now we need to understand few more terms for getting deep knowledge of motion, and the terms start from distance and displacement. There is a 2 term of motion, not 2 types. Motion are not any type of types of motion, but there is a 2 terms of motion. The first is distance and the another is displacement. What is both things? The meaning of distance and the meaning of displacement. When we collaborate both things to each other, then we getting the exact clarification of motion. distance and displacement, collaborating both things to each other, we get the exact clarification or exact meaning of motion. So now let's understand about distance and displacement. Distance and displacement. Distance and displacement. So the first thing about distance is it's the actual, what is actual path length. Okay, distance is an actual path length. And what is the meaning of displacement? So it is a shortest, what is shortest path length. Distance actual path length and displacement shortest path length. Now let's understand about the actual and shortest meaning. So this will be again understand by the example. What is example? So suppose there is a point A and B. Okay. So this is the initial position of any object and move from A to B and then B to C. Okay. So this A to B and B to C, C is a final position, is the actual path. What is actual path? Suppose this is 3 kilometer, this is 4 kilometer. So distance is a 7 kilometer, because the meaning of distance according to this figure is AB plus BC. So 3 plus 4 kilometer. That's why 7 kilometer distance. But when we need to find the displacement, so for getting displacement we need to find the shortest distance. What is shortest distance? Again we draw this figure A, B, C. This is initial position, this is final position. Okay, and we need to find the displacement. So this is 3 kilometer and this is 4 kilometer. But for getting displacement we did not use these terms. Okay, we directly move from A to C. This is our displacement. What is displacement? And the value of this displacement A to C is 5 kilometer. So we know na 4 plus 3 7, 5 is less than 7. So shortest path length is 5 kilometer from A to C. So this is actual length and this is shortest length. Now let me understand few more examples or few more terms of distance and displacement, which makes our concept very easy about distance and displacement. So the next thing is that distance has only magnitude. Distance has only magnitude and displacement have only magnitude plus direction. Now again next thing is that what is the meaning of magnitude and what is the meaning of magnitude plus direction, because we know that distance have only magnitude and displacement have magnitude plus direction. So this will be understood by a one simple example. Okay. So example is that suppose you are in your village and you need to go at any particular landmark which known by any name. Okay. So I just suppose I want to go any particular landmark and I don't know the path of that landmark. So what I do, I just ask to my any villager friend ki where is that landmark. So he told me ki you need to go, if you want to go that landmark, then you need to travel 10 kilometer. What is it? You need to travel 10 kilometer. Then what is thinking 10 kilometer? But I am not able to move 10 kilometer because I have not any type of vehicle. So my friend what say? You need to go 3 kilometer toward east direction. Just remember and note my point. What I say? Ki the total traveling path is a 10 kilometer. But if you are not able to move 10 kilometer, so for getting shortest length, you need to go 3 kilometer toward east direction. So this 3 kilometer towards east direction is your displacement. And what my friends say ki there is the distance between our village and that landmark is 10 kilometer. That 10 kilometer is our distance. This is A, this is B, this is C. Suppose this is my village and this is my landmark. I just want to move from here to there. My friends say go A to B. This is 7 kilometer. Sorry, this is 4 kilometer, and then B to C, which is 6 kilometer. So total distance is 4 plus 6 is 10 kilometer. But if you want to go any shortest length, that shortest length is called displacement, and then you need to move 3 kilometer. You need to move 3 kilometer towards east. What is mean? Ki the 4 plus 6 10 kilometer is your distance where you have no any need of direction. But if you want to move 3 kilometer, then you need a direction. So your east toward east direction 3 kilometer reach your destination, which is your landmark. So I thought you are getting my point. What I want to say, 3 kilometer towards east is your displacement, and 10 kilometer is your distance where you need only magnitude, and here you need your magnitude as well as direction. Now the next thing after this is the distance traveled by a body cannot be a zero, but displacement may be a zero. Distance traveled by a body cannot be a zero, but displacement of a body can be a zero. So what is the meaning of this thing? How is our distance can't be a zero, but our displacement be a zero? Okay. So for understanding this thing, we again take an example. And suppose this is our initial point, which is initial position, and we need to travel from this position to like this way and this way. So what we see, this is our initial position, but final position is also is this. Initial position is our final position, and final position is our initial position. So what we say, if the distance between A and B is 10 kilometer, but if I say about displacement, so displacement is our 0 kilometer. Why? Because there is not any distance, shortest distance between A and B. Because A is our initial position, B is our final position, but both are lie at same place or same place. So this is what our statement says: distance traveled by a body cannot be a zero, but displacement of a body can be a zero. Means sometimes our displacement will be a zero, but anytime our distance can't be a zero. This is the another statement or another clarification of our distance and displacement. Now the last thing is that sometimes our distance is equal to our displacement. What I say, sometimes our distance equal to our displacement. What is the meaning of this thing? How is our distance equal to displacement? How is our distance equal to our displacement? So just understand this thing by again example. Suppose this is your A. A is your initial position, and you need to travel there B, which is your final position. So now what you see, the distance between A and B is 5 kilometer. How many? 5 kilometer, and this is your distance. What is distance? But if you need to find out displacement, so what you do, the shortest distance between A and B, but in your distance there is not any type of turn, so what you get, displacement is also equal to 5 kilometer. Clear what I say? So according to this situation, our distance is equal to our displacement. So guys, this is the clarification of distance and displacement. So in this topic we'll learn about motion, object, stationary object, not stationary object, about displacement, direction, what is magnitude, how is magnitude differ than magnitude and direction, and the next thing, how is our distance equal to displacement, and many more things. So in our next class we'll learn about uniform motion, non-uniform motion, acceleration, speed, and many more things. Okay, so thank you so much.